Collective, I hope that you guys are doing well. So I saw something recently and it really struck a chord with me, and I feel like it is time to discuss this in general. This is a channeled message. So I felt guided to speak on this. I saw something recently that was about the ways that people project false narratives onto us, okay? This is like you going through your day feeling very happy in general. This is just an example. Feeling very happy in general with life, like maybe something came through, you got some sort of good news you were waiting for, like you're feeling very jovial about things, and you walk into a coffee shop and one of the consumers at the coffee shop looks at you and says, "You look so sad." And you're like, I didn't think I was feeling sad. And then you start like second guessing yourself and thinking about like why this person would think you were sad. Maybe you are sad behind it. What's really going on? And this is all about the ways that people project false narratives onto us in a way where this is like essentially, I don't know, it's kind of like gaslighting in a way, if you want to spin it in that direction. But ultimately it's about when people are living within their ego space, they're not realizing that they are projecting what they are truly avoiding within themselves onto you. And that's where the false narrative comes from. And this is why it is so absolutely important to know your energy and be confident in your energy, because the more secure that you feel within yourself and what's going on with you in your story, in your storyline, how you're feeling. Like if you're having a good day and somebody comes up to you and talks about how sad and depressed that you're looking, again, just an example, and you're not feeling like that, it's about being like, no, I'm actually not feeling like that. You're projecting onto me. And I think this is something really important for us to understand, that when we do not identify with some sort of agenda that somebody is pushing onto us, hold your ground. Like stand in that place and be like, that is not me, that's you. And it's really important to recognize that. If you feel like it's something that may ring true, or it's somebody that you trust, somebody that you don't perceive as projecting onto you, then maybe it's something that can give you insight. However, I'm talking about the people that are coming through making accusations or making some sort of comment that you don't identify with, and it's because they're living in the ego space, and again, not realizing that they're using you essentially as a human mirror to reflect the things that they are neglecting and not addressing within themselves, okay? So it is not ever personal. And again, the more confident you are about your energy and what's going on in that space, the less we are going to be blindsided and like taken aback by these comments, and the less we're going to be internalizing things that do not belong, I'm hearing, in our internal structure, okay? So again, very important to recognize your storyline versus another person's storyline, and what's going on with them personally, what's going on with their frequency, what you identify with, what you don't identify with. And this is also bringing me into another topic that has to do with channeling people's energy. If you are a channeler, if you are a light worker, if you do healing work, if you read tarot, whatever it is that you do, if you are somebody that channels other people's energy, the more you're able to recognize the barrier between like what is your baseline, what's normal for you, the better you're going to be able to recognize somebody else's energy when you channel it. And you don't have to label yourself as a channeler. All of us channel in our own ways. When you like write a story, you're channeling. When you paint a picture, you're channeling. When you play music, you're channeling, okay? All of us do it, whether it's something that, again, we consciously recognize or we don't. And the more we recognize, especially as empaths, right, that when we enter into a space, when you're aware of your energy and you have like barriers and protection that I'm hearing, assume and carry with you as you enter into different spaces where you're interacting with other people's energy, the less you're going to be absorbing, I'm hearing unwanted frequencies. So the more familiar you are, again, with the barriers of your energy, like where I end and you begin, the less you're going to be taking on unwanted frequencies. Okay, this is how we break ourselves from like attachments or lingering energies. This is how we cut ties, cut cords with people around us. Okay. And it, as somebody, like for me personally, when I do personal readings, if my guides guide me into it, I channel people's energy, and I can pick up on lots of different things from their lives. And it took me as I was practicing, because when we do energy, a lot of it is about learning your energy first and foremost before you can be taking on other people's in a controlled way. Okay, because they're, even if you don't practice like energy control and whatnot, you can be taking on people's energy and it can just be running rampant to some degree. Okay, and we don't have control over it. When we are practicing what's going on in our energetic field, what's going on in my auric field, and recognizing that, it helps us to be able to recognize other people's energy when we are channeling it in a way where we can be giving people accurate, I'm hearing referrals. It's like accurate information about what's going on in their auric field. Okay, so it's like if I know my favorite color is blue and I start channeling somebody's energy for a reading, and all of a sudden I'm attracted to all of the orange things in my room, it's because that person likes orange. And this is how channeling works, especially again when we're opening ourselves up to channeling other people's energy. So as a tarot reader, before I start channeling somebody's energy, or before I start a reading, I always say, whether this is something you want to say out loud or to yourself, that I'm opening myself up to channel the energy. So again, you open yourself up for the free flow of energy to be like ebbing and flowing and entering and leaving and all of that, so you can get a sense of it. And when I am finished with a reading or with channeling somebody's energy, I say I am now closing myself off from that. And this is how we create the barricades that we need to protect our energy. It's all about intention, and it's all about, I'm hearing, conscious flow state. So, message for anybody that finds this relevant, I just wanted to channel what I was being guided to communicate with you. I hope that all of you guys are doing well, and I can't wait to meet you for the next readings. Thank you guys.